Hello everyone, Brian Richards here, and welcome back to my channel. You may remember some time back I invited you all to submit questions, and I said you could ask me anything and I would answer them. And so I figured right now would be a good time to answer perhaps a question from one of you. We call this segment Ask Brian. And Mr. Producer, I think it would be really good to have like a jingle right there. I mean, it's a very fancy graphic. I mean, like something like a Ask Brian, you know what I mean? Like just during that would be really nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just think it would be really nice. I mean, it's just such a fancy graphic, you know what I mean? Get to work on that, Mr. Imaginary Producer. Well, anyway, I like I said, I got a question. In fact, I have it right here. This is from one of my wonderful subscribers. This comes from someone by the name of Crystal, last name Chandelier. I like that name. Anyway, Crystal says, Brian, I know that you have been performing magic your entire life, but did you ever consider a different profession? That's a really great question, Crystal. Actually, there was a period of time when I was seriously considering becoming a professional juggler, but I decided against it because I found that business had too many ups and downs. But thanks for asking. Well, anyway, I know you've come here ultimately to learn a self-working card trick, and so let's get into today's tutorial. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to take a deck of cards, and I'm going to shuffle it like so. And then I allow a volunteer to choose a card. Let's just say they choose this one right here, which is the 9 of Hearts. They're holding on to that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make a bunch of piles. Actually, 4 piles to be exact. Okay? And what we'll do is we'll even turn some of these piles face up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually shuffle face down cards into face up cards. And really, you can see they really are mixed like so. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to shuffle face up cards into face down cards. And then we're going to do this one more time. We're going to shuffle face up cards into face down cards. Now, as you can see, they're mixed up. Some are face up and some are face down. But what I do is I turn to the volunteer and I say, now, you chose a card. And if you could do me a favor, just tell me the suit of the card that you chose. In which case they would say, of course, hearts. I say, great. I'm going to see if I can figure out your card with a little bit of magic with these cards that are mixed face up and face down. All I'm going to do is I'm going to snap my finger above the deck and look. All the cards will fix themselves except for the hearts. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, Jack, Queen, King, which means obviously you chose the 9 of Hearts. Pretty cool, right? All right, this is really a great trick, and it is really easy to do. There's just one little bit of a setup. All you have to do is remove all of one suit. So let's go back over to the close-up camera. You want to remove all of one suit, and you want to put them in order, Ace to King. So Ace, 2, 3, all the way up to King. I'm just getting them all set up right here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oops. Dropping cards. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to get all of one suit. It really doesn't matter the suit, but you want to make sure you put all of one suit in perfect order, Ace to King. So I'm using hearts. You want to put them on top of the deck. I make it so that the King is the bottom most card in that packet. So all the hearts are in perfect order on top. That's your setup. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to invite a volunteer to choose a card. Now, all I do is I just spread the top 13 cards and allow a volunteer to choose a card. Now, if for some reason they insist on choosing one lower down in the deck, you're not going to do this trick. Just find another trick that you can go into. So you just want to force someone to, you need, for this trick to work, you need to force them one of the top 13 cards. So what I do is I get a feel in the room, like certain volunteers, the more you do this, you'll get a feel for it. But like certain people you look at and you can tell they're going to want to get the trick over with and done. They don't like being a volunteer. Usually a person like that is great for this trick because they're just going to take the first card they can, because they just like, they want to get this over and done with. So you'll get a feel for it. So what you can do is just, again, you can just say, here, pick a card, and just spread the top 13, let them take a card. Let's just say they choose this one. In this case, oh, it's the 9 hearts again. It could be any of those hearts, but it doesn't really matter. Now what you're going to do while they're holding on to their card is you're going to riffle up the cards until you see the King of Hearts. Okay, so you're going to riffle up till you see that, and then once you see that, you're going to take that packet, you're going to put it to your left. Then you're going to take another quarter of the deck off the top, and you're going to put it next to that, and then another quarter you're going to put in position number 3, and then the last quarter you're going to put to your right. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to turn over packet 2 and packet 4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take packets 1 and 2. This is the packet that has all the hearts in perfect order, except for they're missing the card that they chose. You're going to shuffle face up into face down. And what you want to do is, I recommend making sure when you shuffle these, if you can do what we call a table riffle shuffle, it's better than if you do this, because if you do this, you might give away the fact that all hearts are here when they flip over a little bit later. So if you can do a table shuffle, which is where you really riffle them towards you, I think that's the better way to do this. Also, I recommend when you riffle shuffle, make sure one of these goes first, and then I try to make it so that this one also is on top. So in other words, this packet, I want to make sure it's on the bottom, and make sure it is also the topmost card. I pause right here. I spread these so that they can see they really are mixed. And then I do this. This is just such a beautiful thing. It shows that you're really shuffling face up into face down cards. Now what you're going to do is you're going to gather these cards, square them, and as you do, you're going to flip them over. Now, so the position here is, it's really all the hearts on this side, but they don't know that. Then you're going to take packet number 3, after you flip this packet over, and you're going to shuffle that into that. Now this is where the table shuffle is good, where it's facing you, because again, if you shuffle it this way, this is where your audience members might see they're all hearts. Okay, so that's why I recommend, if you can learn to do a riffle shuffle this way, that's the better way to do it. And then you push them together, and then again you're going to flip this packet over and then shuffle it into the 4th packet, like so. Okay, now at this point in time, you can just kind of spread them. I don't spread them on the table because it would be kind of obvious that it's mostly cards that are face up except for face down, but you can do that. I just like to kind of show them in my hand like this, and just show them a little bit. Just say, look, some are face up, some are face down. And then what you do is you're going to turn the packet over, put it on the table, and you're going to say, I'm going to have you help me be able to figure out what your card is. All I'm going to ask you to do is to tell me what suit you picked. Of course, they're going to say the hearts. And then I snap my finger, you snap your finger, wave your hand over, whatever you want to do, and then you're going to spread the cards. And to their amazement, all the cards are going to fix themselves except for all the hearts. And the amazing thing is they're going to be in perfect order, which is that's amazing in and of itself. And then you're going to look at them. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, Jack, Queen, King. And obviously 1 will be missing, and you'll say clearly you chose the 9 of hearts. Pretty cool, right? Super easy trick, and it's a lot of fun. Now, people say to me, Brian, what if let's say I spread those cards on top, but someone insists on going a little bit lower down? I'm just going to tell you another trick you can go into, which is what I would do. So it's more like just go into like a key card trick, or if you have a different trick, you can do that. So a very simple thing to do is basically this. You spread the cards like this, and maybe they insist on taking, a card lower down in the deck. If that happens, you need better friends. I'm just kidding. But let's say they choose this one. So they didn't choose one of the hearts. Okay, that's fine. Let them look at the card. Let them memorize the card, and then you square the deck. And when you do, just look at and memorize the bottom card. And then if you want to, you can do a key card trick. Just have them say stop. They say stop. You put this card on top, this packet on top, which puts the key card on top of their card. And then go through looking for your key card, which is the 9 of spades in this case. And when you get to the 9 of spades, you're going to look one card to the right, and that will be their chosen card. Say, what was your card? They would say, in this case, the Jack of spades. Turn around, show that you got it right. I'm only showing that to you as an out. So if for some reason, again, someone doesn't choose one of those hearts at the top of the deck, don't be annoyed and say, you ruined my trick. No, you just go into a different trick. That's what we magicians do. So anyway, super fun. If you enjoyed this trick, don't forget to hit like and do subscribe to my channel. And by the way, just so you know, there is a membership section. If you want to learn some more advanced tricks, you can certainly go over there and do that. I'm going to be posting more videos there as well. Do share my channel with others. I'm going to continue to be just putting a lot more self-working card tricks here as well. So super excited that you're here. Thank you so much for being a part. And go, seriously, go and be amazing. And you can take up juggling if you want to. It's totally up to you. You know, I just don't recommend it as a profession.